wanted to film this while I'm trying to go through this. This is a Brother MFC-7860 printer. I've been using this printer for years now, both in my office and at home. And it was recently moved, and this printer is just not working. I keep getting the no paper error. And so when you go to Brother Support, they tell the response is to wipe down these tabs, right? Wipe down the rollers, and then in the tray, my tray, to wipe down this roller here, this roller, right? Just take some maybe like a microfiber cloth, damp microfiber cloth, wipe it down, clean it up, and the same thing with these rollers here. Okay, so I've done that, and I still get the error. So went onto YouTube University, and someone had posted a video that seemed to solve the problem, which is inside, if you're facing the machine, and I kind of took it apart and then realized, let me do this video, but right here, there's gonna be like a plastic tab, and if you don't see it, to reach in there with like a pick or something to pull it back out. Now the problem is, I was trying to do that with like tweezers, some kind of like, I didn't have a true nail like pick or anything like that. So try pulling it out and realized that it's somewhat, this, you can see like, this is the bottom of the track. I'm not exactly sure what this thing looks like, but it has to, the tab you'll see comes through here. It'll pop out, but then there's also, I guess the bottom of it has to be inside of that track. So I realized that the pick wasn't gonna do it. I was gonna break something, and that's not what I wanted to do. So then I started finagling. All right, this thing has to be designed to be taken apart. So I started like pulling. The first and easiest tab you'll see is right here. So you kind of like loosen this up. There's gonna be another tab, this thing right here. It's gonna go, that hole sits on top there. You kind of pull this out. Now the most important one is back here. Let's see. There's a screw that sits in there. Okay, so pull that screw out and then slowly just shimmy this cover off. And then what you'll have, when you shimmy it off, again, there's gonna be like pull tabs all over, but basically those, once you loosen the screw in the back and then shimmy it, this is what you'll see. Now, what we're working with is this piece here, this little tab. As you can see, like it's supposed to get pushed through the outside. So now that we have like clear access to it, it becomes a lot easier and simpler to try to get that in there. So what I'll do is pause this video so I can use two hands, and I'll let you know how this works out. So part 2 of this video. Now I want you to notice something. The white thing is sticking out the tab. Okay, cool. So we've got that. What ended up happening, let me see if I can actually show you what if you're looking for. You see this plastic thingy that has the tab on it. This thing, right, that little plastic flap right there that's sitting against the spring, it sits on that little hole or something like that. And I guess because we recently moved, and I'm assuming that maybe in the move that thing came off of that that pivot, that block right there, that little thing. So with this, I took the tweezer and simply maneuvered it to then sit back on that pole, and everything seems to be in place. So I'll piece this back together, try the printer, and let you know. All right, just sent something to print. Merry Christmas, everybody. So there you go. You got to take off the side panel on the left-hand side of the printer, right? This is, again, you got the no paper error, you cleaned it, you went through making sure there's paper and whatnot. What you do is, what you're looking for is this tab right there. It needs to be visible. And what probably happens is that it came off the seat inside of the printer where it's at. So this side panel you can take off. There's gonna be, you might have a screw here. I'm guessing this screw is missing, which whatever, made my life easier. Was maybe one screw there. This tab right here, you just pull here, and then the screw on the back side of the printer when you open the rear of it to take the, let's say if you're doing rear printing or something, cleaning a jam, and then just actually slowly lift it and shimmy it down, because when I reinstalled this panel, I had to like sit it a little past the bottom of it and then slide it upwards, and that's the way it fit in. So you just want to, after you take away those 2 tabs there and then the screw in the back, just like pull slightly and then start shimmying it down. You should take it apart, and then you take tweezers or something like that. I used a set of tweezers there to then put or seat that little plastic tab back on its thing, close it back up, and then you got your working printer. Save yourself some money and headache. With that, folks, enjoy your printing. If you like this video, give it some love, and then subscribe to my channel, because I tend to do other cool things like this with products, software, and dogs.